Guys, you know what's behind me? Potatoes! Idaho is famous for its potatoes. So we're going to visit the museum dedicated to potatoes. Okay, let's go and look inside. The Idaho Potato Museum is one of Idaho's most unusual and beloved roadside attractions, dedicated entirely to the history, science, and culture of the potato, the crop most associated with the state. Located in the town of Blackfoot, it is often called the potato capital of the world. The 5,500 square foot building was originally a railroad depot constructed by the Oregon Short Line Railroad, a subsidiary of Union Pacific Railroad. Construction began in October 1912 and was completed in August 15, 1913. A huge community party was held the next day with more than 2,000 people attending to celebrate the depot's opening. As soon as it was opened, it bustled with activity. 8 passenger trains came and went daily. Freight trains were also an integral part of the depot's service, as evident by the building's many freight doors and freight platform that is still in use today as the Potato Lab area. Union Pacific donated the building to the city of Blackfoot, and the city leased the building to what was then the Idaho Potato Expo, before it became the museum. The museum itself was created in 1988 by local potato growers, business leaders, and community members who wanted to celebrate Idaho's potato industry and preserve its agricultural history. They had been meeting and working toward opening a potato exposition when this building became available. After a lot of hard work and elbow grease, the first Idaho Potato Expo was opened here in August 1988. At first, many locals doubted tourists would visit a museum about potatoes. But supporters pushed forward, organizing community cleanup efforts and temporary exhibits before officially opening to the public. The first trial opening drew around 2,000 visitors, proving the idea had appeal. Inside the museum, visitors can explore exhibits about potato farming, harvesting, irrigation, nutrition, and the global history of potatoes. Now let's go through the exhibits. History of the potato. Exhibits and murals at the museum trace the potato's surprising journey across the world. Though potatoes arrived in Europe in the 1570s, they did not become a major food source until the late 1600s. Explorers later carried the crop to Africa, China, India, and Russia before potatoes finally reached North America in 1623 at Port Royal in present-day Nova Scotia. The first recorded potato planting in the United States took place in New Hampshire in 1719. Today, potatoes are grown in more than 155 countries, with China, India, Russia, Ukraine, and the United States leading global production. Russet Burbank. Luther Burbank developed the Russet Burbank potato, a white-fleshed potato with rough brown skin that became the world's leading potato for food processing. Created in response to the devastating Irish potato famine, the variety was bred for its resistance to blight, the disease that destroyed potato crops across Europe between 1845 to 1852, and led to the deaths of more than 1 million people. World food security. Potatoes became a major contributor to world food security by allowing farmers to keep all their land in production instead of leaving half to rest. Farmers rotated potatoes with grains, doubling food production while improving soil health. Crop rotation also reduced pests and diseases since potatoes and grains do not share the same harmful organisms. Cultivating and harvesting potatoes. The museum exhibits show how farmers cultivated their fields and the back-breaking work for harvesting potatoes before modern farm machinery eased labor in the late 1950s. The museum has examples of some of these labor-saving inventions and even a potato digger that was used in the late 1800s. Artifacts. As we tour the museum, we will discover an impressive collection of potato artifacts, including what may be the world's largest collection of potato measures. The museum is also home to the world's largest potato crisp, a Guinness World Record holder. The Potato Cinema. Choose from 4 short films about the Idaho potato industry and related topics including how McDonald's French fries are made and who sells potatoes for the Idaho Potato Commission. Let's learn some stuff from the potato family.
Hello.
Welcome to our home.
You're
I'm
welcome.
Bud the Spud, and this is my wife, Tater Patty, and our youngest, Tater Tot. Whoa, not yet, dear. I'm still trying to talk to these fine folks and explain our situation. So give me just a second. You see, we've been down here for several months now, and I've grown quite fond of this place. But we're going to have to be moving on soon. It's getting close to harvest time, or as I like to call it, the Great Potato Migration. When that time comes, we'll all be uprooted and moved to a cozy community setting in one of the fancy cellars you see out there in the fields. Now don't be feeling sorry for us. It can tend to get pretty stale down here at times, and if we stuck around much longer, I'm not sure I'd survive the winter without completely breaking down. That's why those cellars are so important. By moving now, we're guaranteed to stay fresh and vital through the year. I imagine those cellars aren't much to look at from the outside, but they've been designed and engineered with our comfort in mind. Not too hot, not too cold, and plenty of humidity. Why, if the conditions weren't just right, I might just start letting myself go. You know, getting all soggy around the midsection and sprouting all sorts of unsightly hairs. And let me tell you, the missus wouldn't have any of that. To be honest, I could go on all day about the luxurious conditions of those fine cellars. But perhaps it'd be better if I just show you. So let's see if I can get this TV to work, and I'll explain a little bit about the storage process. Now you probably already got a pretty good idea of how the potato is harvested in the field, but that's just the beginning. You see, along with potatoes, the harvesting process gathers up a whole lot of dirt and vines They have to be sorted out before we can even think about going to the cellar. And all that sorting needs to be done fast, because after all, time is money. So once the trucks have been loaded on the field, they all show up at the cellar to unload. To speed things along, they quickly unload into an even flow tub that will then provide a constant flow of potatoes through the rest of the process, while the trucks return to the field for another load. From the tub, potatoes are moved onto an open conveyor belt to allow some of the smaller dirt particles to fall through, while everyone goes through a visual inspection where the larger clods are removed by hand. Once at the top, the real ride begins. Everything begins bouncing and bobbing and rolling over a multitude of star-shaped rollers that keep the potatoes moving on down the line, while sifting out dirt and pulling vines down below so they can be eliminated from the group. Once out of that roller coaster, it's onto the conveyor belt, which helps move the clean potatoes into the cellar and finally onto the piler. Why do they call it a piler? Because that's exactly what it does. Pile potatoes all the way to the ceiling to fill that cellar to the brim. And you see those metal tubes on the ground? Those get buried under all the potatoes and connected to an air circulation system that keeps the air moving and the temperature and humidity just right for us potatoes. And that's where potatoes stay for months until someone is ready for them. Eventually, someone will want to be making more French fries, potato chips, or even fresh baked potatoes, and they'll send out a truck to pick up more supplies. That truck will back into the cellar, some guy on a scoop will drive that big metal mouth into the pile of potatoes and begin pulling back up the conveyor belt and into the truck. From there, they'll be taken to a variety of manufacturers who make a plethora of potato products. So there you go. In between growing in the field and being sold at the grocery store, most potatoes get a little time off in the cellar until they're needed again. And if you ask me, I can't wait to try it out. Well, that's it for my little spiel. Before you go though, I did promise my wife Patty she can send us off with a little song, and I know you're gonna like it. Okay, Patty, hit it!
They're red, they're white, they're brown. They get that way underground. There can't be much to do, so now they have blue ones too. We don't care what they look like, we'll eat them any way they can fit on our plate. Every way we can conjure to eat them. We do that and I think they're just great. Potato, 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 potato. Sometimes we ditch the skin to eat what it's holding in. Sometimes we'd rather please have just the outside with cheese. They have eyes but they do not have faces. I don't know if their feelings get hurt by just hanging around in dark places where they only can stare at the dirt. Potato, 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 potato. I guess the use is scant for other parts of the plant, but that which grows in you is eating potato too. I imagine them under their acres down in Idaho, way up in Maine, maybe wondering if they'll be bakers where conditions are like this in plain. Potato, 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 potato.
Thanks, honey. Well, that's the end of our little show. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye now.
Now it's the Idaho Potato Museum gift shop and cafe. The Spad Cellar gift shop offers nearly every potato themed item imaginable, from potato starch soap to potato baker bags. After exploring the museum, visitors such as us can enjoy famous Idaho potatoes at the Potato Station Cafe. served baked, fried, in cupcakes, dipped in chocolate, or even baked into bread. Few foods are as comforting and satisfying as an Idaho potato, or even baked into bread potatoes. So we got this potato bar with a variety of toppings such as cheese, tomato, celery, bacon bits, and sour cream. Potato ice cream with vanilla and chocolate flavors. You can put anything on it. Bacon, cheese, tomato. And of course, we have French fries. More than just a novelty stop, the Idaho Potato Museum preserves the story of the people who built Idaho's farming communities. It honors the railroad workers, immigrants, and farming families whose labor transformed the Snake River Plain into one of the most productive agricultural regions in the United States. For many travelers passing through eastern Idaho, the museum offers both a fun experience and a reminder that even an ordinary potato can carry an extraordinary history.
Sometimes we'd rather please have just the outside with cheese. They have eyes, but they do not have faces. I don't know if their feelings get hurt. Like just hanging around in dark places where they only can stare at the dirt. Potato, 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 potato. I guess the use is scant for other parts of the plant, but that's what grows in you is eating potato too. I imagine them under their acres down in Idaho, ways up in Maine, maybe wondering if they'll be bakers.
So guys, that's it for the potato history here at the Idaho Potato Museum. Until next time, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Bye! If you like our videos, please click thumbs up for like.
Hit the bell to subscribe!
Please comment.
And don't forget to share!